Universal Roofing and Exteriors is a family-owned and operated business, providing care and honest service for over 30 years. Universal has always been a little bit different. Their certified and trained employees don't just provide excellent work at a fair low price. They care about their customers, simply providing great customer service. Quality, honesty, dependability. That's Universal Roofing and Exteriors. Call us today at 317-257-0779.
Hi, I'm Steve Hartley, owner and founder of High Gear Marketing, a digital advertising company focusing on data to help businesses improve market share and drive new customers. Are you tired with the lack of accountability from your current vendors? Are you frustrated with your return on investment? Well, my program is different. You actually don't pay unless you sell something. High Gear Marketing takes all the risk. You have zero to lose. If you're interested, text me at 317-523-4100. Looking for training that makes a difference? Then Genesis Sports Performance is for you. Whether you're a grade school, high school, or college athlete, or just looking to get back into shape, Genesis has customized programs providing rapid gains in strength and conditioning, speed and agility. Genesis features a 7,000 square foot facility with state-of-the-art weight room and huge turf surface. Call Genesis at 386-7459 or visit them at genesissportsperformance.com.
Drive home your new Kia from the all-new Ray Skillman Northeast Kia on Shadeland Avenue. We have brand new Kias arriving daily.
Plus, we have a huge selection of certified pre-owned vehicles to choose from.
And payments as low as $199 a month.
We service all makes and models.
And we'll buy your old car on the spot. Right, Oscar?
Y hablamos español.
Come see us at the all-new Ray Skillman Northeast Kia on Shadeland Avenue.
It's not just a car dealership for me. This is my dealership.
Just minutes from anywhere in Indy or online at rayskillmanshadeland.com.
Hi, my name is Jason Werner of Werner Financial, an independent investment firm here in Indianapolis. With 10 years of experience as an independent advisor, we provide value to our clients by creating customized investment solutions ranging from managed personal portfolios, 401k planning, and income distribution for retirement plans. We have built Werner Financial with a strong focus in research, diligence to all of our plans, and strong communication with every client. We would love the opportunity to show you our process with a no-cost consultation to discuss your financial future.
Tom Wood Nissan just received a special shipment of over 75 Nissan Rogues in every trim, every color, every option. Get 0% APR or payments as low as $269 a month. Right now, get 20% more for your trade only at Tom Wood Nissan on 96th Street.
Have you seen all the patio furniture at Sullivan Hardware and Garden? Pat Sullivan here. Many of our customers ask, what makes our furniture different? Well, we specialize in excellent quality mid-price patio furniture, now at 30% off. Like all-weather wicker, Berlin Gardens poly, cast aluminum, teak, and more. And on most sets, custom cushions are available at no extra charge. For a limited time, 30% off all patio furniture at Sullivan Hardware and Garden. Shop, play, experience. Spring with Sullivan's.
Welcome into Cathedral High School. A great basketball action here this evening on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com. I'm Chris Presley, joined by Mike Walensky. He is the brain of basketball, as you'll hear throughout this broadcast. All things facts when it comes to Indiana and outside of this state. Our producer here, Stephen Hunter, and Max Schroeder on the camera, working the two-camera system here. But first, we want to go ahead and talk to you about both of these teams. Cathedral 16-4 on the season, coming off a victory against crosstown rival, the Trojans of Indianapolis-Chatard. They faced the Bulldogs of Male High School in Louisville, Kentucky. They've made the journey up I-65, an oh-so-pleasant drive it is, and we hope to bring you some great basketball action here this evening. Mike, happy to have you with me.
Thank you, Chris. This will be an interesting test for both ball clubs. Male ranked 7th in the state of Kentucky at 18-10. They started off the season slowly, 3-7, but they really caught fire. Tim Hayworth in his second year. He has an interesting background. Formerly played basketball at Murray State. Later on was a graduate assistant to his head basketball coach his final 2 years, Mick Cronin, who's now the head basketball coach at UCLA. Mick, of course, had a great stop at Cincinnati. And then for a number of years, Tim Hayworth won some championships at Hopkinsville. He was an outstanding basketball coach there. This male club is nothing to sneeze about at 18-7. Last year, they hosted Cathedral at their place. The ball game went into overtime. Cathedral, the state champions last year, knocked off Male in overtime 78-77. Interesting note, I mentioned this off the air to you. Teron Tibbs had 19 rebounds in that basketball game. And for Tim Hayworth, he thinks that Jason Delaney's ball club has the size, but he feels he has the athleticism.
Absolutely. Great facts there from Mike. Want to give you the starting lineups for both ball club. You mentioned Teron Tibbs. He is going to be on the floor wearing number 22, joined by Jake Davis, Xavier Booker, Sincere Germany, and Kamari Slaughter. Looking over at the Bulldogs, their starting lineup: Cole Edlin, Demetrius White, Jack Edlin, Max Gainey, and Jason Gassaway.
Max Gainey is an outstanding athlete, Chris, and he's got offers to play football at Purdue, among other places, the University of Louisville. In fact, 2 of the players on this male roster have offers from Purdue and from Jeff Brom, who, as you know, recently took the head coaching job at Louisville from Purdue. So they've got a lot of athleticism, maybe not as much size as Cathedral up front, but they're ready to play tonight.
Well, we were not able to be blessed by a JV game prior to this, unfortunately, but that did move up this varsity matchup by 30 minutes. So here we are at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and the tip is ready at midcourt here at Cathedral High School. Possession won by the Fighting Irish. This is Slaughter, who will control things for them. Booker, the Michigan State commit, hands off to Davis. In the corner it goes to Germany, looks inside. Slaughter comes away with it, and now they'll set things back up.
Chris Davis had been injured. He came back against Chatard. There's his shot, the young man going to Mercer. He's really active, not only offensively, but good defender.
You mentioned Gainey. He was the one with the board there. Nice dish over to the right side, and Elin gets things off early for the Bulldogs, knocking down that triple. Quick pressure by the Bulldogs. We're going the other way. 3-on-1. Up and under move is no good. Tipped around and nearly saved by the Bulldogs, but back to the Irish.
Cole Elin, who just knocked off that three-point shot, the freshman. Coach Hayworth thinks very highly of him. Thought maybe at some point in time he could be a Mr. Basketball candidate in Kentucky. The Elin brothers are deadly from the outside.
Here is Davis. Now to Slaughter. Irish working the ball around the perimeter. Germany, he'll take from 3. That shot no good. Ball deflected out of bounds, and we'll stay here. So quick offensive movement, Mike, around the perimeter for the Irish as we've kicked underway here.
The Irish look to be getting better as the season progresses here. Comer, the point guard last year, now playing at Eastern Kentucky, was a huge loss. He was an outstanding basketball player, and now they've had to kind of work their lineup out and starting to put it together. Booker is a talent in itself, as you mentioned, headed to Michigan State.
He had the ball on the entry pass. First time we've seen the ball go to the block. They did decide to double, did the Bulldogs. This is Davis. Looks opposite. Nice drive by Germany, but gets the ball swatted away. Second attempt blocked at the rim. Loose ball, and now a fight for it. The Irish will come away with it. Tibbs to Booker underneath, and he is fouled on the alley-oop attempt.
One thing about Cathedral this year is the fact they do share the basketball. And you got a guy like Booker at 6'11" who can play well above the rim. That's an advantage. But at the same time, he's a guy that can float out into the perimeter too, and he's not always posting up. They're a team that does a great job of moving the basketball around.
Well, here he is at the line. First one is no good. That foul for the Bulldogs went against Jack Edlin, his first and the team's first. So Xavier now will stand in to try and go 1 of 2 from the line and does just that.
One thing about Xavier Booker, he's shooting just 55% from the foul line. If he can improve that number, this basketball team can go a far way because he's going to draw a lot of fouls.
The quick attempt by the Bulldogs, no good. The Irish look to run now. This is Davis in the corner. His three is good.
Jake Davis, I think he's really key for this ball club because he runs the court very well. With him being out, it just really costs Cathedral a lot of offense.
Another three by Mail, off the mark. Slaughter, the point guard, will come away with it. Surveys and now decides to run. This is Tibbs. His floater off the baseline falls.
Tibbs is really strong with the basketball. Gasaway is going to be interesting because at 6'6", he's the tallest guy for Mail, but he's averaging 6 rebounds a ball game, and his assignment on the defensive end oftentimes will be matched up with Booker.
We're going to have an illegal screen that will send the ball back to Cathedral at the 5:36 mark here in the first quarter. Cathedral 6-3 with the lead. That foul goes against Max Gainey, who, Mike, you spoke on a little bit earlier here in this broadcast. Nice job breaking the pressure by the Fighting Irish. This is Slaughter looking to set things up on the penetration now. Davis, he'll take another three in the corner. Off the mark. Nice weak side rebound by the Bulldogs. Three on the way as they come down in transition. Gainey can't hit. Now Fighting Irish looking to run yet again. Gainey gets in the way of Slaughter. That's going to be a foul, and unfortunately for him and the Male faithful, that is his second.
This game is going to be loosely called, or at least it has been early on this ball club, because Michi White, number 2, is about a foot smaller than Booker, was hanging on him in the lane. The referees allowed that action to happen. If that continues, that's going to be an advantage for Male.
Shemai Gates comes in for Gainey, who just picked up that second. 5:07 to play in the first quarter. This is Germany now. Davis down the lane. Nice handoff to Tibbs. Strong with the basketball. Can't get it to fall. Tipped back out and will stay with Cathedral. Slaughter drives. Left hand, no good. Comes back into play. Established position, so was able to save it. But back it goes to the Bulldogs.
Shemai Gates, another outstanding athlete for the Bulldogs. They like to run up and down the court. For Cathedral to win this ball game, Chris, I think they need to slow down the tempo here.
Three-pointer on the way, no good for Mail. Bodies colliding now. Xavier Booker comes away with it. Finds Davis up the floor. Davis now will set things over, moving it to Slaughter, who swung it to Tibbs, but just too far behind him as Tibbs decided to cut baseline.
Again, this ball club for Cathedral is playing a little bit too fast here, making too many early mistakes in this ball game, and they cannot afford it against this basketball team because Mail can really score a lot of points and take advantage of these turnovers, particularly in transition.
4:16 on the game clock. We have a stoppage in play from the referee. Something fell on the floor, seeing if it's any one of the players. They all say no, so he'll dispose of it at the scores table, and we will get back to action here in just a moment. So into the backcourt it goes. Elon guarded by Slaughter. There's Xavier Booker. He's got numbers now. He'll look for the flush, and there it is.
Great effort by Xavier Booker. Get out in transition. Jack Edlin, number 5, you mentioned at the point for Mail. He's got offers for both Jacksonville State and Stony Brook.
Nice drive by the Bulldogs and a better backdoor cut. The shot up off the window after the extra pass. Demetrius White in the scorebook. 3:43 to play in the first quarter. 8-5 your score. Irish with the lead and the basketball. Tibbs, nice dump into Davis. He's fronted, turns around. The baby floater from the baseline's good.
Great job by Jake Davis making the shot. Now, Cathedral's really pushing Mail's defense.
And Mail looks to answer back, and they do just that as Cole Elin on the fadeaway 3. Give him 2 threes here in this first quarter. Slaughter looks to make an answer of his own. That hard off the back of the iron. Booker tipped it, but into the hands of the Bulldogs. Thought about another three, did Evelyn. Now he'll set things back up, handing off to his brother. Nice penetration, left his feet. Pass in the corner now, and the Bulldogs will have that kicked out away by Jake Davis as they look to move it back up top.
I got to tell you, this tempo is very fast. Both ball clubs have to be in outstanding condition, and Coach Hayworth is going to go to the bench for the first time.
This will be Xavier Frazier coming in. He's going to replace Demetrius Wright. Nice rip through there by Eaglin. Gets in the lane, trip there. Now a run out. Here's Davis. He's joined by Booker. The alley-oop to Booker is good.
Nice job by Sincere Germany defensively, breaking up that pass and creating transition.
So back and forth we go here. Another almost defensive steal there by the Irish. Nice jumper from the wing, no good. White tries to track it down. Wraparound pass goes off the official. He does count as inbound, so it stays with the Bulldogs. Elin over left side to Gassaway. Back to Elin. Great ball movement here for Mail. Almost leads to a triple. Slaughter comes away with it.
Good sign for Cathedral when Slaughter gets aboard.
Xavier Booker steps back. That one halfway home and comes out. Bulldogs tried to run. Here's Booker.
Pretty hard to stop when you're at the rim.
Mail continuing with the pace. The floater off the window, and that falls in for Cole Edlin. He has 8 here in the first quarter. 8 of the 10 points for Mail.
And we talk about outstanding ball players. That's why Cole Edlin is so good. He's so quick to the rim. Great vision. And they'll look to run.
Tibbs off the mark, no good. Edlin to Edlin. He'll size up the three. Off the mark. Slaughter comes down with it. Slaughter quickly gets into the front court. Now a trap. Germany will set things back up by sending it to Slaughter. 1:05 to play in the first quarter.
Sincere Germany has played so well defensively.
A near steal by Edlin goes out of bounds, stopping the clock at 57.2 to play in the first quarter. Demetrius White comes back into the games along with Max Gainey with his 2 fouls. And for the first time this evening, Antonio Harris comes in for Mail as well. LeBron Goff will join for the Irish. I believe Fields is in there with him as well. Pardon me, that's Derek Kennedy.
Yeah, Derek Kennedy, Chris, I think he gives them a lot of those little things. He rebounds well, plays defense, and Goff can distribute the ball at the point. 2 nice additions for Jason Delaney with some depth.
Here is Goff. Drives in, they're going to call a blocking foul to the dismay of the Mail bench.
Gassaway a little bit late there. In fact, he found himself on the ground as Goff was attacking the basket. Both ball clubs are really active here in this first quarter.
So 4 fouls for the Bulldogs. None yet for Cathedral. Goff at the line, misses his first of 2 attempts. Frazier will go to the bench for Mail. Goff sets in. Second one is good. Ticking under 40 seconds as Mail brings the ball across midcourt. They're down 5, looking to chip away at that lead. Nice job by White. Great ball movement by the Bulldogs. Ends up into the hands of Tibbs. The Purdue commit's going to take it coast to coast and a little finger roll over the iron.
Good vision by Jerron Tibbs, getting in the passing lane with a steal. As Mail does a great job of spreading out the offense, so spacing has been fantastic here in the first quarter.
And they will hold for the final shot. They start to make their motion here with 7 seconds. Elin down low, nice pass on the entry. That is good. And there for the finish was Shamai Gates. And that will end things here in the first quarter. The Irish leading 17-12. We'll be back with more IHSA and Kentucky high school state basketball action here on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com.
Looking for training that makes a difference? Then Genesis Sports Performance is for you. Whether you're a grade school, high school, or college athlete, or just looking to get back into shape, Genesis has customized programs providing rapid gains in strength and conditioning, speed and agility. Genesis features a 7,000 square foot facility with state-of-the-art weight room and huge turf surface. Call Genesis at 386-7459 or visit them at genesissportsperformance.com.
Tom Wood Nissan just received a special shipment of over 75 Nissan Rogues in every trim, every color, every option. Get 0% APR or payments as low as $269 a month. Right now, get 20% more for your trade only at Tom Wood Nissan on 96th Street.
Back here at Cathedral High School, 17-12 is your score after one quarter of play. Want to go ahead and thank Universal Roofing and Exteriors for presenting tonight's ball game. You can visit them at universalrfg.com or give them a call at 317-257-0779. Mike, what are you seeing so far in this first half of play for both of these ball clubs?
Well, this ball game is based on transition, and right now, as long as Cathedral is getting rebounds, they're taking advantage of their size, but not that time.
No, there was a nice entry pass to Jason Gassaway, who caught, and a nice little up and under move for Male, cutting the lead to 3.
One of the things I've noticed, too, maybe because of this matchup, early on, both teams are playing exceptionally fast.
There on the drive was Goff. That shot no good. Gainey now looks to run for the Bulldogs. Corner, this is White. That 3, no good. Nice rebound by Gassaway over the outstretched arms of Booker there for the shot. Ball's continuing to be tipped in the air. Gainey comes away with it.
Extra effort by Gassaway for Male to get the rebound there, and Booker creates such a problem.
That 3,
not that time. Wow.
That 3's by Jack Evelyn. His first buckets of the ball game, but some nice outside shots falling now for Male. Slaughter down the lane, off balance, off the window, counted for 2.
Nice shot by Kamari Slaughter for the bucket. Booker had a triple there. It's got to be recognized. He's got to recognize that quicker and get it out of his hands.
Gainey used the rim as a block there to go up for the clean up and under. It was no good, deflected off of him. So we'll go back to Cathedral. Zach Meeks is going to come in for the Irish, replacing Xavier Booker. So he'll see his first action this evening. And Booker with 7 points will take a seat.
Zach Meeks was an outstanding tight end for Bill Peebles' Cathedral Fighting Irish Semi-State 6A ball club.
There's Tibbs, gets his own rebound back and puts it through. Lead back to 4 for Cathedral. Elon left side corner. Looking for someone now. This is Gainey.
One thing to note is Male really likes to push the ball in Trinity offensively. And I just mentioned Trinity, by the way. I'll mention that in a second. But Male loves to push the ball in transition. Cathedral's got to get back defensively, and they got to start guarding people. They're giving too much space between shooters and allowing this Male ball club to penetrate. And there's one example. Edelin goes in the foul line.
That foul on Cathedral is on Goff, his first. Mike, you mentioned Trinity, another big powerhouse down in the Louisville area.
Yeah, we talk about Trinity. They now have become sort of the arch rival for Male in football. Trinity was a ball club that Cathedral had on its schedule. The biggest rival for Male is Manual. And you think about Male High School, think about Darrell Griffith, who attended to the University of Louisville, Dr. Duncanstein, Winston Bennett went to Kentucky. A couple football players out of Male, Michael Bush, outstanding ball player for Louisville, Tony Driver for Notre Dame.
Michael Bush, that's my era, Mike. You stick with Dr. Duncanstein. 21-18 the score. Cathedral with the lead. Nice free throws on the opposite end for Male. They'll get the ball back after that turnover there by Cathedral. I told you, Mike knows everything basketball.
Male's a pretty big school, too. About 2,000 students. Nice drive by Edelin.
Off the mark, no good. Irish look to move in transition. Tibbs, shot is up, no good. They're going to call a foul on the shot attempt. That will be the 5th foul on the visiting Bulldogs.
Both ball clubs very similar. Cathedral trying to make Male pay in transition. Jerron Tibbs, an outstanding basketball player.
That foul for the Bulldogs goes against White. Tibbs knocks down the first free throw. Second one was up and good, and that free throw was by Greg Hubler-Ford at the corner of Nebo Road and McGilliard and Muncie. Promises kept at greghublerford.com. So the Irish 5-point lead. Playing defense here. In man, nice job on the cut by Gassaway. He'll skip it back to the top. White drives in the lane. Head fake, shot up, no good. Rebounded by Meeks, and now Cathedral looks to run.
Again, size playing a key role defensively for Cathedral. Jake Davis doing a nice job.
The smallest man on the floor, Goff, comes up with the board, and that sets things back up for Cathedral. Here he is on the three. Rebound being fought for and won by Demetrius White. Here come the Bulldogs. Gainey now gets all the way to the basket, and that will fall home.
Nice job of attacking the bucket by Max Gainey, but in particular, Male did a nice job of being able to get the basketball and driving to the rim, and a great job by number 5, Jack Edelin.
So that will send us to a timeout. 23-20 to the score, 4:39 to play. We'll give you the rest of that when we return here on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com.
I drive a 2022 Telluride Nightfall Edition. I love it. So when we found out we were having twins, we knew we needed a bigger car with a third row. So the Telluride with the captain's chairs fits perfectly with our family. It gets great gas mileage. Actually, we went to Holiday World and got averaged about 29 miles a gallon. I like the lane keep assist because sometimes kids can distract you and you're not noticing what you're doing, and it beeps at you if you are getting too close to the lines. Ray Skillman Kia is my store. I'll never go to any other store. Can you say, I love Kia?
Kia.
Say, I love Kia. Yay!
(23-20) your score, 4:39 to play here in the first half on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com. Cathedral with the lead and the basketball. Mike very impressed with the way Male has seemed to answer every punch thrown by the Fighting Irish so far.
Well, the Irish have to start playing better defense. If they want to repeat as state champions, their defensive effort has to be better.
And on cue, a turnover by the Irish. White gets his man in the air. The shot attempt is no good, but he is fouled on the attempt, and that will send him to the line for two. That foul will go, I believe, on Davis.
That's the biggest challenge for every coach at every level, is how much effort is exerted by your team defensively. Defense wins championships.
Pardon me, that foul goes on Goff. So that is his second foul. First free throw attempt by White is no good. Goff will head to the bench, being replaced by Sincere Germany. So White converts on one of two free throws, cutting this lead to 2 points. Nice pressure by the Bulldogs once it comes across midcourt. Ball picked up in front of their bench. It's going to go out of bounds. We'll stay here with Cathedral, but Male very happy with that defensive pressure there.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on the sideline. Anytime Cathedral gets the ball on the sideline, Coach Hayworth wants the Male squad to come up with a trap, and almost got it from Sincere Germany.
This is Davis in the corner. Skip pass all the way across to Kennedy. The Irish quickly moving the ball around the perimeter now. This is Meeks back to Germany, and Tibbs will set things up now. 4 minutes even to play here in the second quarter. Here's Meeks. Meeks drives, layup with the finger roll on the right side.
Great job by Tibbs setting a screen there, a high screen at the foul line for Meeks for an easy bucket. That's a nice job of being connected by the Irish offensively.
This is Max Gainey. He has 2 in the ball game. White now, guarded by Germany, looks for the entry to Gasaway. There it is. Turn around over his left shoulder, shot no good. Tibbs comes away with it. Kennedy, pull up elbow. Here's Germany, wide open corner 3. Shot no good. Rebound by Edlin. Cole Edlin now looking for the foul on Germany. Smart play by him. Now he'll drive the ball up the floor. Gainey going baseline. The wraparound pass is going to hit the baseline, sending it back to Cathedral.
I tell you what, I'm really impressed by Adlin, the young freshman, number 0. He looks a lot like Braden Smith, actually, who I saw play at Westfield, is now playing for Purdue as Mr. Basketball. I can understand why they feel really strongly about him as a basketball player. He is really good.
Yeah, the future is in good hands for Mayo. Nice strip there on the entry pass. After the entry pass, I should say, as Meeks went up. Here's White, stop. Elin. Gainey now trying to work on Davis, bounce pass underneath, and it ends up into the hands of White after an extra pass by Antonio Harris. Good for 2.
Michi White averaging 14 points a game, has 5 now, and I think for the most part Tibbs has played pretty good defense on him when he's matched up with him.
Davis down the lane, fouled on the shot attempt. They'll say he raked over the arm there. That's going to be the 6th team foul, and will go against Jack Edelin.
I like that play because Jake Davis has about a 4-inch advantage over Jack Edelin. It's almost like posting him up, but he did a good job curling through and getting that pass.
Correction, the scores table is going to credit that to Cole. Davis good with the first free throw. Looking to stretch the lead to 4 here with his second attempt. And he'll do just that. Some pressure now for Cathedral full court. Now full court man. This is Slaughter guarding Edlin. Gets past him. Nice blow by. Down to Antonio Harris for 2.
Jack Edlin did a great job on Kamari Slaughter there. Slaughter, again, one of those guys, he's got to really work on his defense. Once he gets it down, he's going to be really good because he can score.
Here's Davis, kick out, Slaughter. Germany over to Tibbs, back to Germany. This is Davis, 4-3. Count it.
I can't imagine what life was like without Jake Davis because he brings such a presence both on the perimeter and his ability to cut to the basket. He's a nice scorer with 8 now.
Bulldog setting things up. White in the lane, stops. Looked like he shoveled his feet there. No call, leads to a 3 by Jack Edelin. Big time shot there. Cuts the lead to 2, 1:12 to play in the first half, I should say. Meeks over the shoulder, hook shot is good. Give him 4 in the quarter.
Nice job by Meeks as he slipped down on the baseline. He showed he can finish at least with the right hand there.
Gates had it and works it around the outside to Edlin. White with the drive down the lane. That shot will fall.
Boy, Michi White is not a big guy, but boy, can he score. He's got great body control.
30 seconds to play in the first half. The Irish with a 2-point lead and the basketball. They acknowledge the clock. Davis and Tibbs going back and forth here. Tibbs trapped at midcourt, gets away from the defense. Germany thought about the 3 there in the corner. Now Slaughter driving down the lane. He gets the ball poked away. Rolls around on the floor, back to Davis. Davis to Tibbs. He'll line up the triple. In and out, no good. Meeks was there for the Irish. They'll say it went off the Bulldogs with 4.8 seconds to play in the half. Good for probably one more shot attempt now for Cathedral.
Zach Meeks did a very nice job of blocking Antonio Harris out underneath, and for a minute there thought he'd get the rebound, wasn't able to do that, but now the Irish, they got a chance to knock in some points before the buzzer here.
Anthony Fields comes in for Tibbs. He'll be the man inbounding the ball. Davis baseline jumper, no good. Fields tried to tip it up. Slaughter will get it away. No good, and we will head to halftime with the Irish up by 2, 32-30. So stick with us here on Indiana High School Sports. Mike and I will be back here in just a couple minutes after this commercial break to break down what we saw there in the first half and much, much more.
Tom Wood Nissan just received a special shipment of over 75 Nissan Rogues in every trim, every color, every option. Get 0% APR or payments as low as $269 a month. Right now, get 20% more for your trade only at Tom Wood Nissan on 96th Street.
Hi, I'm Steve Hartley, owner and founder of High Gear Marketing, a digital advertising company focusing on data to help businesses improve market share and drive new customers. Are you tired with the lack of accountability from your current vendors? Are you frustrated with your return on investment? Well, my program is different. You actually don't pay unless you sell something. High Gear Marketing takes all the risk. You have zero to lose. If you're interested, text me at 317-523-4100.
Have you seen all the patio furniture at Sullivan Hardware and Garden? Pat Sullivan here. Many of our customers ask, what makes our furniture different? Well, we specialize in excellent quality mid-price patio furniture, now at 30% off. Like all-weather wicker, Berlin Gardens poly, cast aluminum, teak, and more. And on most sets, custom cushions are available at no extra charge. For a limited time, 30% off all patio furniture at Sullivan Hardware and Garden. Shop, play, experience. Spring with Sullivan's.
I bought a 2020 Kia Telluride. It's amazing. I love how spacious it is. I can fit all of my children in there as well as all of my signs for my job. The customer experience here is top notch. They are super quick, get me in, whether it's an oil change or anything else, and make sure that I am well taken care of.
Hi, my name is Jason Werner of Werner Financial, an independent investment firm here in Indianapolis. With 10 years of experience as an independent advisor, we provide value to our clients by creating customized investment solutions ranging from managed personal portfolios, 401k planning, and income distribution for retirement plans. We have built Werner Financial with a strong focus in research, diligence to all of our plans, and strong communication with every client. We would love the opportunity to show you our process with a no-cost consultation to discuss your financial future.
Looking for training that makes a difference? Then Genesis Sports Performance is for you. Whether you're a grade school, high school, or college athlete, or just looking to get back into shape, Genesis has customized programs providing rapid gains in strength and conditioning, speed and agility. Genesis features a 7,000 square foot facility with state-of-the-art weight room and huge turf surface. Call Genesis at 386-7459 or visit them at genesissportsperformance.com.
Drive home your new Kia from the all-new Ray Skillman Northeast Kia on Shadeland Avenue. We have brand new Kias arriving daily.
Plus, we have a huge selection of certified pre-owned vehicles to choose from.
And payments as low as $199 a month.
We service all makes and models.
And we'll buy your old car on the spot. Right, Oscar?
Y hablamos español.
Come see us at the all-new Ray Skillman Northeast Kia on Shadeland Avenue.
It's not just a car dealership for me. This is my dealership.
Just minutes from anywhere in Indy. Or online at rayskillmanshadeland.com.
Universal Roofing and Exteriors is a family-owned and operated business, providing care and honest service for over 30 years. Universal has always been a little bit different. Their certified and trained employees don't just provide excellent work at a fair low price. They care about their customers, simply providing great customer service. Quality, honesty, dependability. That's Universal Roofing and Exteriors. Call us today at 317-257-0779.
Have you seen all the patio furniture at Sullivan Hardware and Garden? Pat Sullivan here. Many of our customers ask, what makes our furniture different? Well, we specialize in excellent quality mid-price patio furniture, now at 30% off. Like all-weather wicker, Berlin Gardens poly, cast aluminum, teak, and more. And on most sets, custom cushions are available at no extra charge. For a limited time, 30% off all patio furniture at Sullivan Hardware and Garden. Shop, play, experience. Spring with Sullivan's.
Hi, my name is Jason Werner of Werner Financial, an independent investment firm here in Indianapolis. With 10 years of experience as an independent advisor, we provide value to our clients by creating customized investment solutions ranging from managed personal portfolios, 401k planning, and income distribution for retirement plans. We have built Werner Financial with a strong focus in research, diligence to all of our plans, and strong communication with every client. We would love the opportunity to show you our process with a no-cost consultation to discuss your financial future.
We are back here at Cathedral High School, halftime of the Cathedral Irish basketball game against Male Bulldogs. Cathedral with the 32-30 lead. Right now at halftime, they are honoring the seniors of the pep band that are seated to our right, playing beautiful music all evening as they have been. Mike, what did you see there in the first half? I was very impressed, if I can cut you actually, in just the resilience of Male and their not only versatility moving ball inside and out, but just their speed on the offensive and defensive end.
Well, Tim Hayworth had said, the head basketball coach in Male, we've got a really good athletic ball club. It's just a matter of athleticism versus size. Done a really good job in the first half of spreading out Cathedral, and Cathedral hasn't guarded. You've got to guard, and you've got to be better than that defensively. This is a great test for the Irish to come into this ball game to compete against a Male club like this. There's no doubt about that. Male was able to take advantage of some mismatches, and I was really impressed by Michi White. He really came on strong the second period.
Yeah, they did a great job. Like you mentioned, White did have 7 points. Jack Edelin and Cole Edelin, both with 8. They were outstanding from beyond the arc, and then also just the way that they were able to control the tempo of that offense. You could tell that the offense really does run through those two guards. When you look at Cathedral, they had Jake Davis going to Mercer. He had 10 points. Jerron Tibbs with 8, and Xavier Booker with 7. But we didn't see Xavier Booker at all in that second quarter.
No, Xavier, was taken out of the ball game for whatever reason by Jason Delaney. And Zach Meeks came in and played pretty well off the bench and gave them some size. But frankly, I think the real glue to this ball club for Cathedral is Jake Davis. I mean, this guy can really score from the perimeter. He's got great IQ, and I think defensively he can guard multiple positions. He's a really valuable commodity, and for him to be injured earlier this year, I think it really created some problems for Cathedral. At the same time, I think in this ball club, what's good for Cathedral is that Jason Delaney's gone down into the bench. He's played about 9 or 10 guys. When you can have some depth, that's a good thing. But they've got to defend, and they were not able to do that. Male had some easy shots there.
Yeah, you mentioned that bench. They did have 6 players altogether in that first half who did contribute from a scoring standpoint. So things really mixing around. I mentioned that Booker had 7. You mentioned Meeks. He did have 4 points, 2 for Kamari Slaughter, and 1 for LeBron Goff. When you look at the foul differential, Cathedral was winning in that category as well. For as active as Male was, that's why they picked up some of those fouls. But I think they'll trade those fouls with the fact that you're only down 2 points at the break.
Yeah, I think if I'm Tim Hayworth visiting Male, you got to feel pretty good about being down just 2 points. And for Jason Delaney, I think this is a great opportunity to really motivate his kids to come out strong in the second half. Speaking of strength for Cathedral, it really touched me a little bit because tonight is senior night, and they were recognizing a lot of former basketball players. There's 2 guys on the court that caught my attention, being someone who's been involved with Cathedral for many years. One of them was Scotty Hicks, who coached basketball here, played here obviously, and had a nice career at Notre Dame. But I think really one of the best players I've ever seen to put on a uniform here was Rylan Hangey. And Rylan Hangey was part of that 1998 Cathedral High School basketball championship squad, and then he went on and had a really nice career at Butler. He was a dual sport guy. He played football and basketball, he may have been one of the best athletes they've ever had here at the school that might not get as much recognition, but I'm giving him some tonight.
There you go. And you mentioned that 98 squad. They were recognized at halftime as well for their anniversaries coming back here. And it's always cool to see, you know, sometimes you'll only see a couple guys come back. You can tell the camaraderie of that team. There was a good 10 to 12 guys out there at midcourt.
Yeah, it was an excellent basketball team that won a state championship, and they were the recipients of winning a state championship the first year that we had class basketball, 1998. So that was interesting. And Cathedral continues to compete in class basketball, much like they did last year, win a state championship. But to get there again this year, they've got to be able to play better defense. If they can do that and find a way, they can have a chance to make a run and be a serious competitor for the state championship. If you can't defend at this level, somebody's going to beat you. There's just too many good basketball teams around the area.
Well, Mike, we mentioned a couple of our sponsors there in that first half. Want to get to a couple more here at the halftime break. Ray Skillman Northeast Kia, on Shadeland Avenue. Tom Wood Nissan at 96th and Keystone. It's all good at Tom Wood. Werner Financial, you can visit them at wernerfinancial.com. And Sullivan Hardware with locations at 46th and Penn, Allisonville Home and Garden by Sullivan at 114th and Allisonville Road, 71st and Keystone, and also in Cicero. So a nice crowd here this evening, Mike. Obviously the game moved up 30 minutes because there was no JV prior to this. But what a great atmosphere to watch some high school basketball.
It is. It is a great atmosphere, and the R.V. Welch Center is very comfortable. Anywhere you sit, you get a really nice look at the basketball court, and you've got an outstanding basketball team. And, of course, as a lot of people talked about, Xavier Booker may be the #1 prospect in the country at 6'11", going to Michigan State. And for him to be able to make a difference in tonight's ballgame, he's got to get playing time in the second half.
Yeah, we mentioned he had 7 points there in the first quarter, a couple of those off easy dunk attempts, one of two from the free throw line. But no points in that second quarter. Most of that quarter he saw the bench. It looks like he will start this second quarter. He's over in front of their bench right now, looking at the clipboard along with Meeks to try and understand possibly some things they talked about during that break about going inside down to the paint.
Now, the only good news, I think, of having a player like Jake Davis who has to sit out because of injury, this gives some of the other players a chance to play. And that, again, much like playing defense, you've got to have depth to be able to make a run in the state tournament. And, of course, for Jason Delaney, that's a real plus to be able to dig deep into his bench and have some younger guys get a chance to play.
Yeah, I talked with Coach Delaney prior to the ball game during shoot-around, probably an hour and a half prior to tip. They obviously have this game and then one more game hosting Zionsville, a great 4A opponent, on February 21st before you get into the playoffs. And I asked what missing this JV game meant to them, and obviously he wants to get more reps for those guys, and asked about the depth of the JV, if he would bring some guys up, and he absolutely will, as that roster does get to expand once you get to postseason play.
I think the other thing about high school basketball, as it might relate to anything in life, is kids develop a habit, and the habit is such that the JV plays first and then the varsity, well, you're not having that tonight.
Yep.
So it's a little bit different for the varsity to come out and not sit through a JV basketball game. That's another plus, I think, for both these coaches. These kids just come out and play basketball. That's a good thing for football clubs.
And playing basketball right now as we get underway here in the second half. Booker did come back in that game. That high pass to Slaughter was going to go out of bounds, but they will call a foul.
Max Ganey bumped into number 2, Kamari Slaughter. And Max Ganey, we talked about his athleticism. These kids from Male, they're not afraid to get in and guard you. Although Cathedral has been taking advantage of turning over some turnovers. The interesting thing about Booker is a lot of times they'll play out in the perimeter. They won't post him up, especially in a ball game like this where he's got a size advantage. Now maybe they'll play him down low, as I just talked about that. There he is.
Got a trap there. Here's Booker. Turn around. The lefty shot leaves it short. Edelin coming down with the basketball for Ganey. That is his third foul, so he goes to the bench, replaced by Gates. Kickball by Davis. Nice catch there, Coach. 30 seconds gone by here in the third quarter. Cathedral 2-point lead. Mail, nice inbounds to Gates, and that ball is going to be dead with a whistle for a foul on Tibbs.
I thought Sincere Germany really was worked hard in the first half defensively, and he's back at it again with Cole Edlin, the 2-point guards, number 3 for Cathedral, number 0 for Mail.
Into the backcourt. This is Jack Edlin. Nice drive, blow by on Slaughter, kicks it back out. 3-pointer on the way. That will fall for Jason Gassaway and put the Bulldogs up 1.
The Bulldogs are not afraid of knocking down the 3, even though there's a big 6'11 guy, Booker, coming out in the wing. Gassaway just fired it up.
Davis looks to answer for one of his own. That one rolls around. Gassaway brings down the board. Mail with numbers. Underneath, Gates, wraparound pass in the corner. Edlin drives baseline. The floater falls. Jack Edlin on the board.
That's a nice shot there. I thought for a minute there Gates would finish, but he didn't. He was unselfish, but he had a shot.
Turnover by the Irish. Give it back to the Bulldogs. Gates guarded by Germany. Jack Edlin gets past Slaughter in the corner to Cole Edlin. Back up top. Gassaway once again. Count it.
Mail's doing such a great job of moving the basketball.
Coach Delaney forced to take a 30-second timeout. He is not happy with the effort on both ends of the floor to start this second half. His team trailing by 6 with 6:34 to play in the quarter.
Jason Delaney won a state championship early on in his coaching career at Waldron and won a state championship in Tech. It's interesting to note that this is his 7th year at Cathedral. And it's also interesting to note that he was a high school basketball player at Lafayette Central Catholic for then head basketball coach Dave Warland, who became principal here at Cathedral. And now this is his 7th year. I just can't imagine that. It's hard for me to fathom.
We'll go back to my CYO days. I played basketball with Sean Warland, Mr. Warland's son. Back in action. This is Davis, and the Irish down by 6. Ball goes out of bounds. Will stay with the Irish.
I've told Dave this a number of times, but in 1973, when he was a senior playing at Lafayette Central Catholic, his ball club really impacted Lafayette community. I'll talk about that in a minute.
That 3 off the mark, no good. Cleaned up by Xavier Booker.
What Lafayette Central Catholic was able to do was stop Lafayette Jeff's 28 straight year sectional championship run with an upset victory over the Broncos. And the Knights were coached by longtime men's and women's collegiate coach Al Brown, and they had an outstanding team, and Dave Warland was one of those guys.
The brain of basketball back again with some nuggets. This is White. Caught, back out. Edlin, head fake, gets in the lane, skip pass into the corner. 3-pointer on the way by Gates. Shot no good. Slaughter skies for the board. He'll pull things back out. His team trailing by 4. Hands to Davis now. They look inside, nothing there. Booker will have to reset. Now he comes across, and they skip it to the opposite side to Tibbs, who will go baseline. The floater is no good. Cole Edlin with it.
Booker last year had 14 points against Mail, and that time they weren't looking to get the basketball inside to him, and he just cleared out and let Tibbs drive. Wow, what a nice shot.
Cole Edlin uncontested. Nice job using both hands at the basket this evening. Down low, here's Booker, the lefty off the window.
That's a nice look there by Jake Davis to look inside. They've got that height advantage for Booker. Why not take advantage of it? Get some easy buckets.
Nice drive. Unfortunately, the fall does not fall. Booker, his lefty, will do just that.
Tim Hayworth is not happy with the performance of Jack Edlin there. He thought he should give up the basketball. Really got after his kid there.
Mail with a 2-point lead. This is Gassaway. Tied up in the lane. They're going to call a foul. That foul will go against Germany. That will be his first foul, the second of the second half for Cathedral. White comes out.
It looks like, I tell you what, Chris, it looks like Mail's really pushing things offensively and have the Irish on their heels.
Ball stolen away by Germany. Davis up to Booker. Booker finds Tibbs, who will lay it in for the easy two to tie this ball game.
That was a nice look. And again, in the middle of that was sincere Germany. Give him credit.
Timeout will come from Mail. We'll stay here with it being the 30-second timeout. If you came to watch a great basketball game, whether it be on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com or here in person, you have come to the right place. 40-40, 4:13 to play in the third quarter. When one team looks like they're finally going on a run or maybe have figured out the other team, they just bounce right back.
It's been incredible on both ends of the basketball court. Mail really attacking the glass here, and Cathedral being smart, sharing the basketball, getting the basketball inside, taking advantage of that height and getting some easy buckets. But again, defense is going to win championships. How they defend here in the latter part of this ball game is going to determine the outcome of this one.
So it will be Mail basketball after that Tibbs layup tied things at 40. Very physical and active game, but only 3 fouls combined here in the third quarter. This is Gassaway, picks up the dribble, finds Edlin. Step back, triple on the way. No good.
Boy, Jack Edlin is not afraid of jacking him up from anywhere.
No, he is not. Tibbs will run the distance of the floor, and he will head to the free throw line after being fouled there on the attempt.
You know, Chris, it's like seeing a mirror. I mean, both these ball clubs are very similar to one another in transition.
See who that foul goes against. That will go against Jack Edlin, his second. Team second. Tibbs, perfect 3 of 3 from the line here this evening.
I've been very impressed by Tibbs this entire year, having a chance to see him play a couple times. And I believe, along with Xavier Booker, he's an Indiana high school all-star, as is Jack Davis. They've got 3 really good ball players. They play in concert together. They're tough to beat. But there's some really good ball clubs out there, including a Ben Davis Giant Ball Club and Crispus Attucks, both knocking off the Irish earlier.
Second one falls. We'll see Gainey during that in between both free throws come back into the game. The nice find down low, that's Antonio Harris.
And they got an easy bucket. And Harris isn't a big guy either. Got a lot of space underneath, but beyond Booker.
Gassaway pushing out Booker, the trap. Slaughter coming down with it. Tibbs, corner. He waves Slaughter through now. Still trying to find Booker inside.
Yeah, and they're allowing Gassaway to use his body against Xavier and pushing him all over the basketball court. Again, that's the way the officials have called this ball game tonight.
Slaughter drives in, count it. No, they're going to say he stepped on the baseline, and that is a huge break for Mail. That would have been Gainey's 4th foul and an one opportunity for Cathedral.
It's so vital in this basketball game that Cathedral defensively communicates with one another, because this Mail ball club really moves off the ball really well.
And there was a foul there on the cut by the Bulldogs that will go against Sincere Germany. His second, team's third. Davis will head to the bench along with Germany. Fields coming in to the ball game along with Kennedy. Harris looking to set things up now, guarded by Tibbs. Looks to drive by him. Nice deflection by Kennedy, using that outside hand to push it down the floor.
I saw Derek Kennedy play earlier this year. Really impressed by those little things he does defensively, going after loose balls, plays solid defense. He's on Jack Edlin right now, and he's guarding.
Yeah, this is a great defensive matchup. Harris with the jab step, guarded by Tibbs. 2:18 to play in the third quarter. Bulldogs working it around the perimeter. Finally coming into Gassaday. We'll see if he puts it on the floor. Does just that. Out to Gainey. His three. Count it.
Just too much space that Slaughter's giving to Gainey, and Gainey had a nice shot there.
Give him 5 points here this evening. Kennedy doubled after the catch baseline. White's going to come up with the steal, and Fields will commit the foul, saving 2 points, but giving Cathedral 4 team fouls now.
Already, Mail has turned this around in the third period with that defensive pressure on top.
Xavier Booker will head to the bench. Jack Davis comes in. You mentioned the versatility of Davis. We can see that here with the substitution.
Yeah, and he's got a tough challenge there. Gasaway's really playing well tonight for Mail, number 31. He averages about 10, 6 rebounds.
White looking low. Back across it goes.
Gasaway setting a lot of screens, by the way.
Yes, he is. Jack Evelyn, the shot will not count. They're going to call a foul on the floor. That foul goes against Kennedy. So that's his first, team's fifth. 2 more, and the Bulldogs will be in the bonus. 1:30 to play. Here's Edlin, on the catch. Great rip through by Gainey over to Colt, and the three is not going to count. They're going to call a charge on the drive, and that's his 4th foul.
Yeah, it's Jake Davis setting up the charge there for the Irish and doing a nice job, giving up his body. A little bit out of control was Mail, and they turn the basketball over. This is huge for the Irish, down by 3.
Stack offensive set, full court pressure by Cathedral. They'll bring it across. Now we're going to have an offensive foul, and they'll call it on the screen by Davis. So his first foul.
And it's a team 6, too, so 1 more on the Irish. We've got ourselves a bonus for Mail. And again, it's aggressive play by Mail going to the basket, drawing a lot of fouls. With the exception of that call on Davis.
We are under a minute now in the third quarter. The fadeaway jumper on the baseline, no good. Here's Tibbs. A whistle.
Jake Davis looks like he's shaken up a little bit.
Yeah, they're going to let him go to the bench. Xavier Booker is going to replace him on that injury substitution there.
Mike Hunker is the athletic trainer here at Cathedral High School. Has been here for many years. Saw him before the game. He's a native of Evanston Township High School, where Northwestern University is located. An Indiana University graduate, does a great job. His son Will is the director of marketing at Marion.
Ball goes out of bounds. Will go to the Bulldogs. Nice job by White to get in the lane. Over to Edlin, who gets it back to White now. Great defense by Kennedy. 30 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Even thought about that three. Now will drive in, picks up his dribble, finds a cutting man to the basket, and that's Antonio Harris for his 4th point of the quarter.
That cut was phenomenal by Antonio Harris because the Irish had him doubled up there.
10 seconds to play now. 3 by Tibbs. That rattles home. Quickly, the Bulldogs will have to try and score. 2 seconds left in the quarter. The heave at the end of the quarter is no good, but they have the advantage, 47-45. Mike and I will be back here in a matter of moments to bring you fourth quarter action and see who winds up with the victory here at Cathedral High School on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com.
Universal Roofing and Exteriors is a family-owned and operated business, providing care and honest service for over 30 years. Universal has always been a little bit different. Their certified and trained employees don't just provide excellent work at a fair low price. They care about their customers, simply providing great customer service. Quality, honesty, dependability. That's Universal Roofing and Exteriors. Call us today at 317-257-0779.
I bought a 2020 Kia Telluride. It's amazing. I love how spacious it is. I can fit all of my children in there as well as all of my signs for my job. The customer experience here is top notch. They are super quick, get me in, whether it's an oil change or anything else, and make sure that I am well taken care of.
Back here at Cathedral High School, 47-45 is the score. The visiting Bulldogs of Mayo with the lead and the basketball as we get underway here.
The next foul on Mayo presents a free throw opportunity for the Irish.
Underneath, Gasaway, turn around, he'll go up strong. Shot is blocked away by Xavier Booker. Kennedy comes away with it. Here's Slaughter. Nice defense by Harris. Tries to wrap around him, cannot do so. Finally gets a shot up, and now we have a leak out. Jack Edlin for an easy two as one end of the floor on defense turns into offense for the Bulldogs.
The Irish are not getting any offensive production from the perimeter. Goff, Slaughter, and Germany together, I think, have about 3 points in this ball game.
That is correct. 3 between Goff and Slaughter. Ball stolen by White. He's saying that he saved it, but the official is going to say that he stepped on the line before getting in the air. Davis comes back to the bench, so good to see that he is good as he gives a thumbs up to Coach Delaney, hopefully for the rest of the way for Cathedral. Germany picked up the dribble. Here's Xavier Booker, the turnaround lefty shot. No good. Gasaway there for the rebound. And a foul on the reach-in against Canada.
Xavier Booker had a good shot. It just wouldn't fall. And Gasaway is just working like crazy down in the post against him and doing a pretty good job for Mayo tonight.
So second foul for Kennedy, 7th for the team. For the first time this evening, we will see Keaton Aldrich. He replaces Xavier Booker.
Now, Keaton Aldrich is a freshman, number 30 there, but I think he may be an absolute superstar. I mean, he's left-handed. He's strong. He's got really nice moves. He can finish. He is an outstanding offensive player. The more time he gets to play at the varsity level, he's going to be sensational for Jason Delaney.
Slaughter with a quick push up the floor. And they're going to say the ball is going to go back another way with the foul. See who the foul goes against. That is on Aldrich, who just subbed into the lineup.
Yeah, Keaton got in a little bit late on that rebound there and got a body, and give lots of credit to Jason Gasaway, who's been having an outstanding basketball game tonight.
So he settles in, knocks down the first. Second one is good. Ball ends up in the hands of Slaughter. Slaughter now to Tibbs. Tibbs in the corner, the three. Off the mark, no good. Rebound. Into the hands of the Bulldogs. This is White now. He'll take a triple. Count it.
Great job by Jack Edelin getting the basketball up the court to Edelin for the easy three.
We're going to have a full timeout here. 54-45 is the score. We will step aside as well. Come back with the remaining 6:13 on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com.
Looking for training that makes a difference? Then Genesis Sports Performance is for you. Whether you're a grade school, high school, or college athlete, or just looking to get back into shape, Genesis has customized programs providing rapid gains in strength and conditioning, speed and agility. Genesis features a 7,000 square foot facility with state-of-the-art weight room and huge turf surface. Call Genesis at 386-7459 or visit them at genesissportsperformance.com.
Hi, I'm Steve Hartley, owner and founder of High Gear Marketing, a digital advertising company focusing on data to help businesses improve market share and drive new customers. Are you tired with the lack of accountability from your current vendors? Are you frustrated with your return on investment? Well, my program is different. You actually don't pay unless you sell something. High Gear Marketing takes all the risk. You have zero to lose. If you're interested, text me at 317-523-4100.
(54-45) the score. 6:13 to play. During that break, the ball did go out of bounds and remains with Mail. Now it goes back to Cathedral. They're looking to push. This is Slaughter. He gets in the lane, and it's going to be a foul on Edlin. His second, team's fourth.
That was a good job in transition for Kamari Slaughter to take the basketball from the left hand to the right hand and go right down the middle towards the glass to try to draw the foul.
Mike, you mentioned he did not have many points there in the first half with only 2 and missing that first free throw there. He will cut the lead to 8, going 1 of 2 from the line. 6:05 to play in this ball game. White tried to get around Tibbs, could not do so. Back up top it goes. Bulldogs look to swing it. They do. Back to White. White on the drive. Shot is up. No good. There's going to be a foul, and the blocking will be the call.
Yeah, Jake Davis got in the way there. And a really nice job, once again, of Mail breaking down the Irish defense. And Michi White is just showing how outstanding of an athlete he is, but he's also smart. He knows when to take the ball to the rim and set up and score.
He had 10 points, now make it 11 as he drops in that first of 2. Xavier Booker will come back in. That substitution is by Universal Roofing and Exteriors. Visit Universal at universalrfg.com or give them a call at 317-257-0779. White converts on both, giving his team a 10-point lead. 5:45 to play in the ball game. Slaughter, nice drive off the window, good for 2.
Great job from Slaughter, and I think if you're going to press offensively, go for the basket. Try to score off that press. And interestingly enough, as Tim Hayworth is pressing late in the ball game with a 10-point lead there.
Nice backdoor cut, extra pass finds the way to White.
Great handling of the basketball there by Antonio Harris to give the basketball for the layup to White.
After the ball went through the cylinder, they're going to give a delay of game warning to White for passing that ball back out of bounds. So no shots or anything like that, just the next time it will end up being free throws for the Irish. Germany picked up his dribble. Davis in the corner. Entry pass comes to Booker. Great wraparound pass. Slaughter for 3.
They finally got some shooting from the outside, and a lot of it is relative to Booker's willingness to give up the basketball. Good be able to, good assist there by Xavier Booker.
Edlin, wraparound. Nice pass to Harris.
Cole Edlin is just doing a great job of breaking down the Cathedral defense here in the second half.
As Xavier Booker caught the entry pass to the post, he is going to be fouled on the double team. That's going to be the 5th foul against Mail. It's going to be the third against Cole Evelyn. Tibbs will bring it around top. Slaughter, who is on fire for the heat check. That shot no good. Nice job following his own board. Davis now. Tibbs, corner to Germany. Booker calling for, ends up off of Tibbs, we'll see, and it will indeed be off of Jerron Tibbs, going back to the Bulldogs with a 9-point lead.
Not a lot of space there, and to give credit to Gasway once again for getting into the passing lane and disrupting that play. Defense for Males really coming on here in the second half.
Full court pressure by the Irish. Edlin guarded by Germany, so a freshman on senior. Edlin, nice dump down to Gasaway, couldn't catch it. Save goes to Tibbs. Now he looks to run. Wisely pulling the ball back out there. Davis after the screen, nice pop. Dribble picked up, down low to Tibbs. He'll bring it down, shot is up. Count it.
Great shot by Tibbs. Looks like for a minute there the ball could have been blocked, but he hesitated just a second, got the shot off top of Jack Edlin in the bucket.
White with an impressive drive. That's 2 for him.
Boy, Michi White has been so strong after a slow start in the first period.
Turnaround jumper no good by Davis. Bulldogs coming away with it. Michi White is the man bringing it up the floor. Slips there at the free throw line. We're going to have a timeout taken by the Bulldogs. They're going to take a full, but we'll stay right here to kind of unpack some of what we just saw there, because we've gone back and forth. Mike, on one end, you have Kamari Slaughter, who's starting to heat up for a Cathedral, but then answering right back is Demetrius White, who has 9 points in this fourth quarter.
For Tim Hayworth, I got to give him and Mail a lot of credit. They're still trying to push the basketball, and yet they're on top by 9 points with under 3 minutes to play in the game. A lot of times we see in high school basketball teams flatten it out, they spread it out, they hold on to the basketball. Not this ball club. The Bulldogs are putting their foot to the metal, and they're going right after the Irish here tonight.
Yeah, it's high octane, that is for sure, but everybody on the floor for the Bulldogs, it seems like, one possession it might be White, or they kind of go in stretches. White might, score 5 or 6 in a row. Then Edlin scores 5 or 6 in a row. And every time you feel like you've finally plugged the hole and stopped the water, the spigot opens back up somewhere else along the line.
And there's a reason why this ball club is now at 18-10 after starting 3-7, and why they're rated 7th in the state of Kentucky. And I think if they continue to grow, who knows, maybe they can get up near the top. And again, for Coach Hayworth, win another state championship.
Well, it will be the Bulldogs basketball. Here's White. 2:55 to play. Guarded by Tibbs. There's going to be a whistle, and that's a 5-second call. Nice defense there by Jerron Tibbs, turning the ball back over to the Irish.
Excellent job by Tibbs, but also some help on the backside by LeBron Goff, number 0, defensively. He just had nowhere to go with the ball.
Kennedy thought about the 3. Finds Goff. Slaughter on the drive. Evelyn applying pressure. The turnaround hook, no good. Into the hands of Harris, and we're going the other way. Corner. Cole Edlin, head fake. Now he'll pull. Slaughter with the board. Here's Goff. He'll fly into the lane. Shot is off the mark.
Wow, Michi White once again defensively on the backside there. Got a piece of the basketball. Looked like Goff was able to get the ball to the rim, but not before White got a piece.
Here is White. High post is Gasaway. Over to Cole Edlin. Rip through, guarded by a much smaller defender and Goff. Out to Jack Edlin. That is good.
Oh, my. What a shot. He didn't have to shoot it. There's no shot clock here, and they're up by 9. Takes that 3 and knocks it down.
The Irish look to stop the bleeding on the 3 here by Davis. That's off the mark. Tibbs with the board. Step through, and they're going to call a foul on Cole Edlin, his 4th. 6th on the team. That stoppage in play will let Xavier Booker come back onto the floor with 1:30 to play here in the ball game. He replaces Goff. So you take out a small guard and bring in your 6'10", 6'11 center. We'll see if they look towards the big man down low. There he is. Nice turnaround off the window, an easy 2.
Yeah, nice look there, and an assist by Jake Davis once again. Now they got to come up with a steal, and quick.
117. Ball is turned over. Slaughter comes away with it. They have numbers, but that is tipped away. Now Booker will get it and the foul.
How do you like that? Good things happen when you get steals, and then you keep after it because Booker now has a chance for a 3-point play.
So we'll see if the big man can convert on the old-fashioned one here with 1:10 remaining. Mike, would you put him on the inbounder if there is a make?
Not quite sure if I would do that, but I think I'm going to have to go with a smaller lineup on the defensive end, and I think that's what Jason's going to do right now.
So they will play offense for defense in terms of substitutions. Jake Davis comes to the bench along with Booker. Aldrich will come back in along with Fields for the Irish.
Chris, if it's a last-second situation, maybe I'd put in Booker, but not here.
A near steal. Michi White breaks it, and now the Bulldogs content to move the ball around the perimeter. Gassaway fell. White able to somehow slither to the rim and count it for 2.
He has had a big-time game for Mayo. The Bulldogs and Michi White tonight.
12 points here in this 4th quarter for White. Out it goes. Fields the long-range 3. No good. Gassaway comes away with it. 40 seconds remaining in this ball game. A 9-point lead by the Bulldogs. And they look to short things up here, but Edlin will take a corner 3. Cole Edlin off the mark. Being fought for and nearly won by Cathedral. Now back into the hands of Michi White. Off the window. That will be the exclamation.
And he hurt himself. He hurt himself as he went down. This is going to be a tough blow for Mayo if Michi White is hurt here.
White does not want help to the bench. Really tough to see that there. He was having an outstanding 4th quarter and game in total. 13 points in this quarter, so they're going to have to find someone to take the free throws for him.
I think Shemai Gates is going to check in number 11. Boy, he went down hard there.
You hate to see that in any situation, but especially at the end of what has been such a fun contest here this evening, Mike.
It's amazing the freshman jacked up a 3 from the left side with an 11-point lead. They have not taken off the gas as far as the Mayo Bulldogs are concerned the entire night.
No, not at all. So the trainers are attending to White. He looks to be in good spirits. His team up by 11. Gates will try and make his free throw for him. Cannot do so. Xavier Booker comes away with it. 20 seconds remaining. The Irish trying to get something on the board here. Quick late. Shot is no good by Tibbs. The follow underneath by Slaughter is good for 2. And a timeout is called. 11.5 to go now in the ball game. With that make, Mayo will be allowed to run the baseline. That opens up their playbook a little bit here with how they can do things on the inbound.
You got to give Mayo a lot of credit for coming into this basketball game and defending on the perimeter in the second half, getting great shots and really exposing the Irish defensively, especially in the 4th quarter.
Just an all-around great ball game, an exciting ball game to be a part of. That's to say the least. But like you said, Mike, yeah, just props to props to Mail. So we will see what they can do to inbound the basketball here. Like I mentioned, 11.9 to play in the game.
So now you've got Booker defending on the inbounds with 11.5.
And it comes to Edlin. He's going to back the ball back out. Tries to see over the tree. Cannot do so. It's Slaughter underneath to Aldrich. Aldrich will lay it up for two. And a little too late as the time will expire, and the Bulldogs will get the victory 69-62 here at Cathedral. We're going to step aside for just a moment, come back for a post-game show and get you on your way. But right now, the Mail Bulldogs have knocked off the Irish 69-62 here on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com.
Hi, my name is Jason Werner of Werner Financial, an independent investment firm here in Indianapolis. With 10 years of experience as an independent advisor, we provide value to our clients by creating customized investment solutions ranging from managed personal portfolios, 401k planning, and income distribution for retirement plans. We have built Werner Financial with a strong focus in research, diligence to all of our plans, and strong communication with every client. We would love the opportunity to show you our process with a no-cost consultation to discuss your financial future.
Tom Wood Nissan just received a special shipment of over 75 Nissan Rogues in every trim, every color, every option. Get 0% APR or payments as low as $269 a month. Right now, get 20% more for your trade only at Tom Wood Nissan on 96th Street.
Have you seen all the patio furniture at Sullivan Hardware and Garden? Pat Sullivan here. Many of our customers ask, what makes our furniture different? Well, we specialize in excellent quality mid-price patio furniture, now at 30% off. Like all-weather wicker, Berlin Gardens poly, cast aluminum, teak, and more. And on most sets, custom cushions are available at no extra charge. For a limited time, 30% off all patio furniture at Sullivan Hardware and Garden. Shop, play, experience. Spring with Sullivan's.
Universal Roofing and Exteriors is a family-owned and operated business, providing care and honest service for over 30 years. Universal has always been a little bit different. Their certified and trained employees don't just provide excellent work at a fair low price. They care about their customers, simply providing great customer service. Quality, honesty, dependability. That's Universal Roofing and Exteriors. Call us today at 317-257-0779. Looking for training that makes a difference? Then Genesis Sports Performance is for you. Whether you're a grade school, high school, or college athlete, or just looking to get back into shape, Genesis has customized programs providing rapid gains in strength and conditioning, speed and agility. Genesis features a 7,000 square foot facility with state-of-the-art weight room and huge turf surface. Call Genesis at 386-7459 or visit them at GenesisSportsPerformance.com.
Hi, I'm Steve Hartley, owner and founder of High Gear Marketing, a digital advertising company focusing on data to help businesses improve market share and drive new customers. Are you tired with the lack of accountability from your current vendors? Are you frustrated with your return on investment? Well, my program is different. You actually don't pay unless you sell something. High Gear Marketing takes all the risk. You have zero to lose. If you're interested, text me at 317-523-4100.
I drive a 2022 Telluride Nightfall Edition. I love it. So when we found out we were having twins, we knew we needed a bigger car with a third row. So the Telluride with the captain's chairs fits perfectly with our family. It gets great gas mileage. Actually, we went to Holiday World and got averaged about 29 miles a gallon. I like the lane keep assist because sometimes kids can distract you and you're not noticing what you're doing, and it beeps at you if you are getting too close to the lines. Ray Skillman Kia is my store. I'll never go to any other store. Can you say, I love Kia?
Kia.
Say, I love Kia. Yay!
Well, back here, post-game show, IndianaHighSchoolSports.com. 69-62 is your final score. The visiting Bulldogs of Male from Louisville, Kentucky, coming in, moving to 19-10 on the season, dropping Cathedral to 16-5. When you look at Cathedral, they had 4 players in double digits. Male had 4 players in double digits as well. Before I give you those stats, Mike, talk to us just a little bit about that ball game and the unfortunate loss if you're a Cathedral fan, but the hopeful win there if you're a male student or fan as well.
Well, I think from the male standpoint, they outscored the Irish 39-30 in the second half, and as much as it was a total team victory and the Edelin brothers both played outstanding basketball, I thought the difference maker was Michi White, and then the other guy that for some reason really dominated the glass. I say for some reason because he's only 6'6", is Jason Gassaway. I mean, he played just tremendous basketball. And for Coach Hayworth, I think the mentality for this ball club was such that they weren't going to give up. They were going to play from start to finish as fast in the first period as they did in the fourth period. They did a great job finishing this basketball game. For the Irish, they did fight back, and they provided some pressure, but just not enough defense tonight.
You mentioned White. He had 20 points. Scary scene there towards the end of the ball game as he did go to the bench. He looks to be okay and healthy, so good news if you're male there. Jack Edelin with 15 points, 10 points for brother Colt Edelin, and the glue guy, like you mentioned, 6'6", Jason Gassaway with 12. Over to the Irish side, Mike, we have Jerron Tibbs with 17, around his average all season. Xavier Booker with 16. He's right in the area as well. Kamari Slaughter with 10, Jake Davis with 10, but outside of those 4 guys, not much more offensively came by for the Cathedral.
Yeah, they didn't get much perimeter scoring, but specifically from LeBron Goff and Sincere Germany, although Germany, I thought, had a pretty good defensive effort for Jason Delaney's ball club. But at the same time, I think in this basketball game, Cathedral just got beat because they played too quickly and made too many turnovers and just could not handle Male's quickness offensively. The defensive effort tonight for Cathedral was not as well as obviously Coach Delaney would want, and so there's a lot of work to be done.
Not very often, if you said that Cathedral was going to be in a track meet, would you think that they were to fall in the game, but we did see that here this evening, and things don't get much easier heading into postseason. They do still have to play Zionsville, so one more game before going into postseason play. What do you think they need to either eliminate or pick up on moving to that game for Zionsville to close things out strong heading into the postseason?
I've seen Zionsville play a lot. So the Imes kid who's going to be playing for Micah Shrewsbury, the head basketball coach at Penn State, and for those Cathedral fans listening to this broadcast, Micah Shrewsbury is a Cathedral graduate, a former Butler and Purdue assistant, Boston Celtics. But Micah is doing a great job at Penn State, and Imes is a really good ball handler. However, Zionsville does not have the athleticism that Cathedral has. So I think at Cathedral, they play the same way they play in tonight's ball game. They should be able to take advantage of Zionsville, but at the same time, Zionsville does have some height inside. They can go inside out. It'll be an interesting matchup, particularly with the big guy matching up with Xavier Booker in that basketball game.
We'll continue to look for those games along with others on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com. Also follow us along on Twitter. If you can, we'll post up where we will be around the city. Hopefully more postseason games for men's basketball as well, as we've been covering women's basketball. I want to quickly thank some of our sponsors: Universal Roofing and Exteriors, Greg Hubler Ford, Genesis Sports Performance, Ray Skillman, Northeast Kia, Tom Wood Nissan, Werner Financial, and Sullivan Hardware and Garden. That's all we have for you this evening from tonight's matchup. 69-62, the Fighting Irish fall to the Bulldogs of Male. I'm Chris Presley for Mike Walensky, Steve Hunter, and also Max Schroeder here with us as well. You have a great evening, and come back, as always, and follow more Indiana High School basketball and other athletics on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com.